Let's talk about having variables on both sides. Hannah needs to solve the following problem: 4a minus 6 equals negative 2a plus 18. How is the problem different from other problems, other equations you have solved before? What would be the first step to solve this problem? Can we combine any like terms? The first example, you need to move the variable to the left. I'm going to draw a line to separate the two sides. I have a negative 2a. The inverse operation of this is a positive 2a. So I'm going to add 2a on both sides. This cancels. 4a plus 2a is 6a minus 6 equals positive 18 that's remaining on the other side. Now it's a two-step equation, and you can move the constant first by adding 6 to both sides. 6a equals 24. One-step equation, you want to divide each side by 6 and get a equals 4. Let's try a few problems together. Draw your line, and I'm moving the smaller variable. I'm moving the smaller term of 3a on the side with the larger term of 7a. So I'm going to subtract 3a on each side. So I get 4a equals 20. Divide each side by 4. Get a equals 5. Let's try problem 2. I'm going to move 3y to the left side. If I were to move the negative 5y to the right side, there would no longer be anything left on the left side. That causes problems. So I'm going to move the 3y to the left side to get a negative 8y equals negative 4. Divide each side by negative 8. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. 4 divided by 8 is 1/2. On number 3, you have an option. I can move my 5 to the other side by subtracting 5m. So you keep a positive variable. 6 minus 5 is m plus 4. Now I have a two-step equation. I'm going to subtract 4 to both sides and get negative 22 equals m. Don't forget, because this says a minus 18 here, that you need to bring down a negative 18 here. Looking at number 4, I'm going to draw my line. I'm going to move 3x to the left side by subtracting 3x. So I get 4x minus 4 equals negative 16, again, because it says minus 16. It's a two-step equation, so you want to move the constant first. So plus 4 on each side, then you get 4x equals 20. Divide each side by 4 to get x equals 5. Sorry, 4x equals negative 12 to give you x equals negative 3. Negative 16 plus 4. On number 5, I'm going to subtract 2m to the left side to get 4m minus 14 equals 6. Add 14, add 14, 4m equals 20. Now m equals 5. Number 6, I have the choice here. I'm going to move the 6w by subtracting it to the right side because it keeps my variable positive. Now you have a two-step equation. So I'm going to minus 4 from each side and get negative 3 equals 3w. Divide each side by 3 and get a negative 1. Pause the video and try 7 and 8. Check your answers. Ask your teacher if you have any questions. Now let's talk about if you have variables on both sides and you need to combine like terms. Equations with more than one variable and or more than one constant on either side of the equal sign must be cleaned up before you solve. Combining like terms first simplifies the equation. So in this example, combine like terms on the left, combine like terms on the right, then start to move your variables around. In this example, 8x minus 35 is as simplified as it's going to get. However, 5 plus 18x plus 10, I can combine my two constants 5 and 10 to get 8x minus 35 equals 18x plus 15. Now I have a multi-step equation where I can move my variables around. I'm going to subtract 8x to both sides. I get negative 35 equals 10x plus 15. Now it's a two-step equation. Subtract 15, subtract 15. 10x equals negative 50. Divide each side by 10 to get x equals negative 5. Let's try a couple. Problem 1, 7a minus 5 equals 3a plus 10 plus 5. I can combine my constants. 7a minus 5 equals 3a plus 15. Now it's a multi-step equation where I can move my variables. Subtract 3a, subtract 3a. 4a minus 5 equals 15. I have a two-step equation. Move your constant first. 4a equals 20. Divide each side by 4. You get a equals 5. Problem 2, negative 5a plus 6 is as cleaned up as it's going to get. 5y minus 10 minus 2y. I can combine 5y and negative 2y to get 3y minus 10. Now I can rearrange. Subtract 3y, subtract 3y. Negative 8y plus 6 equals negative 10. It's a two-step equation. Move your constant first. Divide each side by negative 8 to get you a positive 2. (5m minus 18 is as cleaned up as you're going to get. 4m plus 2m can be combined to give you 6m plus 2. Now you can move your variables. I'm going to subtract 5m, get negative 18 equals m plus 2. Subtract your constant. So you get negative 20 equals m. I'm going to drop down to number 5. 9m minus 14 minus 3m. I can combine 9m minus 3m to give me 6m minus 14 equals 2m plus 6. Now I'm going to move my variables by subtracting 2m on both sides. Get 4m minus 14 equals 6. You have a two-step equation, so you add the constant first. So plus 14 to get 4m equals 20. Divide each side by 4 to get m equals 5. Pause the video and try 4, 6, 7, and 8. Check your answers with the following problems. If you have any questions, ask your teacher.